We love catching up with former players who did great things in the Capital Region, and that would be Brett Bisping. The former Siena forward just finished his first season in Sweden and put up good numbers. 10 points, 8 rebounds, shot 50% from the field, helping his team to the semifinals. And Brett joins us for a few minutes here on Big Board Sports, a little bit ahead of the new coach at Siena, Jamie and Christian, who will join the show at 11 o'clock this morning. I don't know if Brett's had a chance to meet yet with the new coach, but let's bring on Mr. Bisping. Good morning, Brett. Roger Weiland, Chris Honorado. Good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
We're good, man. How are you doing? All right?
Doing great. I'm doing great here.
When did you are all finished up in Sweden? Are you back here in the Capital Region now? I know you got a camp coming up, but let's talk about your experience in Sweden first.
Yeah, first year was great. It was everything I hoped it would be. The team and the club was great. The town we were staying in was great, and I really couldn't have had a better first year.
When did you get back? Are you back in Albany now?
I'm back in the States right now. My wife and I are in Florida visiting her parents. So taking a little time off down here, getting some sun.
Well, that's not a bad thing at all. We like that. We've had a little bit of that here recently in Albany, Brett. So when you get back to the Capital Region, you may be in for a good stretch of weather here. Brett, will you go back to Sweden? How long are you going to continue to dribble the basketball?
I hope to keep dribbling for quite a while. I don't know where I'll end up next year. It's a little early to know that. I'd like to see other parts of the world a little bit, but it was a great spot. So we'll see what ends up happening. Hopefully we'll know in July sometime.
Brett, what was the experience like? For somebody obviously who grew up in the States, played college basketball in the States, would have been your first foray into a professional life outside of the U.S. What was it like? What was the adjustment like for you?
The biggest adjustments were off the court for sure. Basketball is basketball. There's some minor changes that you have to get used to. The style of play is a little bit different than I was used to, but you pick up on that pretty quick. But just a different culture, adjusting to how people live life. The weather, it was pretty cold, snowy, rainy, dark quite a bit in Sweden where I was at. So things like that you have to get used to, but it wasn't too bad. Most of the people in Sweden speak English, so that was easy to adjust to. But yeah, so basketball-wise, not too hard to adjust. It was interesting figuring out the other stuff.
When will you reach out to the new coach at Siena? Will you have a little meet and greet with Jamie and Christian when you get back?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I'd love to meet him. He seems like a great guy. Hopefully he can do some good things. They got some good guys on that team still. I know he's got a big task ahead of him. Wishing him the best. Hope I get to meet him soon.
I'm sure that you will, and I see you're going to be busy when you get back to Albany because you got basketball camps coming up at our Savior's Lutheran School in Albany for boys 8 to 15 years old. I'll let you take it from there, Brett. You got a couple of weeks in July. Yeah.
So we're going to do it at night, Monday through Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. I've been working kids out in the summertime for a couple years now, and I really enjoy it. A lot of people helped me along the way as I was progressing in my basketball career, and it's so much fun being able to give back, to watch kids this age develop, and I thought this would be the best way to do it. The workouts are great and everything, but I just thought running a camp would be really fun and something that I've been wanting to do for a while.
All right, so those who are listening right now, how do they get to your camp and sign up for your camp?
Easy. You can go to bispingbasketball.com, and it should be self-explanatory to register and sign up for camp right there on the website.
There's a skills camp July 9th through the 12th. Brett already gave you the times on those, 6 to 9. Then the shooting camp is July 16th through the 19th, again, 6 to 9 at night. Brett, I kind of have my own idea as to what makes your camp a little bit different. You're 6'8", who can really shoot it. That is the way of basketball now. If you happen to have height as an advantage, you still want to be able to stretch the floor and shoot the three. So I think most parents out there probably listening are like, okay, well, what am I going to get at this camp that might be a little bit different? Do you feel like your perspective, because of your height and shooting ability, kind of will make things a little bit different for these 2 weeks in July for kids? For sure. I hope I can bring a lot of knowledge and information to the table, as well as I'm hoping to have a great staff. I'm going to have Javion Oganyemi helping me as well, who he plays a similar style that I do. A couple other guys from the area that are playing professionally and collegiately. But it's so important to start skill development, no matter what size you are, guard or big, at that young of an age. It's just great to start developing those skills. And then, of course, the shooting. You want to be able to shoot no matter what size you are these days. So definitely going to need to develop all those skills.
You going to teach the Euro step?
I'm still trying to teach myself the Euro step. So I'll leave that one to...
That's just me, Brad. I'm hung up on the Euro step, so I ask anybody who knows anything about basketball if they like the Euro step. I'm not a huge fan.
Makes it harder to take a charge, so I'm not a fan either.
There you go. Hey, Brett, always a pleasure catching up with you. Congrats on the success you had in Sweden. You are certainly well regarded here in the Capital Region for your great playing days at Siena, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck with your camps.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem, Brett. Thanks a lot.